Hello everyone and welcome back to Fatum Aeterna, Lord of the Dead, Fatum Aeterna, the fate of the eternal to forever act as the avatar of death against the corrupted mortals. We resume where we left things off last time. We have entered the third floor, breached the mercenary barracks, and we're spending some time debating where to go. My current decision is to go ahead and take this left here, grab this chest, roll for some juicy artifacts, and then zigzag across the map. Probably towards the digger souls here, and then keep a ziggin' and a zaggin' up to the monster hunter. 'Tis the plan for today. We won't approach the boss, but the boss is there, and I have some science to conduct because, actually, someone might be able to just tell me this.
To him, the world is as hollow as his armor.
Can stress damage trigger the stones? I said that vaguely on purpose.
Pay homage to the bloodthirsty gods of old, whether they know it or not. I might be the only one left who has the insight to petition them directly.
Ooh, petitioning the dark gods directly. I like it, Iratus. So, for today, our first battle is against a shield maiden, a crossbowman, an elite gargoyle, and a rogue. We were debating how to deal with this at the end of the last episode, and I've come up with a conclusion. It's insane, but that's why it's amazing. We've had a zombie sitting around for literally all of eternity, and now he has a name. Genganga. This is, you may remember Vietaganga from the last series. This is his brother. Also, I'm pretty sure this is where the Pokemon Gengar came from, because the G and the J together in Nordic languages from a Genganga. And it literally means again walker. Or another version of this I think is the Icelandic Oftaganga, which as you can kind of hear, after Ganger, again walker, or after walker. So yeah, that's the idea here. Bringing in some Nordic fun. Of course, it's not that different from Vietaganga, but I like it. So that's Genganga. And why is Genganga here, you asked? Well, glad you asked. There's a build for the zombie that I've never done, and I've discussed a few times. Stress zombie. Am I this insane? Yes. So, with Gengar, we're going to try for the very first time a zombie that deals dread damage. We've upgraded his igniting mixture, the thing that sets people on fire, to a smoke bomb, which is a curse variant. Importantly, though, and uniquely to the zombie, is that their stress damaging abilities also apply debuffs. Cursed targets lose 5 luck, 5 accuracy, and 5 evasion. And if you go ahead and upgrade his cannonball to Hex Ball, it's the same thing except much, much larger. The target loses minus 25 luck, minus 25 accuracy, minus 25 evasion for 2 turns. This synergizes with a particularly mummified character, Mofdet, and her ability to amplify curses. So hopefully we can get some synergies mixing there. The things we are fighting do have a low amount of luck. Well, 2 or 3 of them, so that might kick in. But how are we dealing with the construct? If you can't remove its armor, just ignore its armor. Genganga has his single attack ability volley upgraded into accurate volley to penetrate resistance, and his buckshot ability upgraded to whistling buckshot to ignore armor. We're probably not going to press this button, but I created it just in case. You know. And of course, Nergaleth, good old carry Nergaleth. His slingshot ignores armor. So I'm kind of hoping that between these two characters, we can just ignore everything and kill the gargoyle while also slowly or eventually stressing down the enemies into oblivion. So looking at our artifacts real quick, are any of these going to help us? Do we want to equip any of these? Not really. I don't like the weird mandolin, even though its spell is quite powerful. I'm going to sacrifice that for experience, because experience is great. There's a lot of these items that could be good. I'm sorry, Solus. But I need the experience in the Power Fist. This is the Chain Lightning one. We aren't really killing things at the moment, so this is not particularly helpful. Unless you want to just remove wards, which you can do with cheaper spells anyway. But everything else is this could be useful for this could be useful for that. We don't need 2 spiderwebs, though. The creepy doll has a very funny... It could be a funny moment of glory, and so we're going to hold on to it. The mana crystal is far weaker than the mana source, but... it's there. If we do... I was also debating with our talents. We're kind of saving up to go either for Battle Eternal or Blood Magic. Both of these would be pretty powerful upgrades. But there's that part of me that's chipping away at the back of my mind going, infectious lunacy, infectious lunacy, infectious lunacy. Just to buff everyone's damage tremendously. And that part is slowly winning the argument in my brain that's happening between like these 3 talents, these 2 talents, and this. Overwhelming Ire is also somewhere in there, but it's kind of just floating around. There is fun we can do with Rites of Carn... okay, fine.
I need nothing but my anger to purge this world.
We're going to go for Infectious Lunacy. Rites of Carnage have some amusing synergies. I was discussing one with either Mario or Solus, sorry, I can't remember which one. But putting Rites of Carnage and then fighting with a Dark Knight, because of course Nyarlathotep is immune to critical hits, so you're benefiting from the luck, but the enemies are not so much. And that's a fun little idea that I appreciate. But are you full health? No, okay. Nyarlathotep's going to heal. We're going to have Loviatar and Skeletor go chill in the arena. Actually, I need Guruthnaka to level to 15. Great, thanks. Go do that. We were going to use the Lich, but like I said, if you don't want to remove armor, just ignore it. It's not even there. Probably. We're about to find out how well it's going to work. Also, I did upgrade his Buffy thingy, ow, into whatchamacallits, trench loading, so that he gets some block and ward. Speaking of block and ward, Gargoyle, hello. Gengungar will need a lot of help, probably from Ossifrage. Alright, well, he's gonna need a lot of help. I might as well pierce the,
will overflow.
Get rid of his ward. Please, don't die. Wouldn't it be really sad if I just hyped up Gengungar and then immediately killed him? The answer is yes. It would be quite sad. Well, I didn't say that I hyped him up, but he is a curiosity that I would love to kind of figure out. Unfortunately, the blocks are being chipped away far faster than I was expecting. Is this a counterattack? No. Okay. Go insane. Oh, that's a great insanity. Actually, can I just kill you? She has negative 25 luck. That's a lot of negative luck. I would press Infectious Lunacy right now, if I had it. I'd do it. Alright.
Rage release.
Let's go Moftet. I did reduce his luck, her luck overall, but we'll see if it was worth it. 156 is not bad, and of course it was a crit, so it triggered more Damahe. This does stack, by the way, the trench loading, so I'm going to keep stacking it. Of all the things that removed the block, why was it you? Ow. Okay. This is fine. I need you to die, though, Shield Maiden Lady. And by this is fine, I mean this is not fine. I'm pretty sure Gengungar is dead next turn. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not dead next turn. We do have a debuff, so... Vengeance.
Antediluvian evil comes for you.
It does. Yes, shoot Moftet. Moftet can take it. I want to translate again. And by I do, I mean I don't. But I might have to. Maybe we could do this. How far does this go? Okay. Here's some positive thinking. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Bye, Gengar. Gengunga. Ooh, not dead. Pog. This is the danger, of course, of a zombie frontliner. Is that he needs a lot of support. Like, more support that can really logistically be provided.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
Please don't die, Genganga. Nope. Good betrayal. Although I would have been able to block that with ward. I guess I'm just going to defend myself again. I guess more of this. Bye-bye. You blew up. He went boom. The Vengeance Beam is very powerful. Alright, please don't die. Now we can finally start shooting this gargoyle. I'm not sure how, I think I'm gonna eat this to heal. How well this has gone. Could I consider this test a success? Probably not, right? How would I be able to do this differently? I'm not sure. Because the problem here is not really damage.
Death comes in loud.
We're eventually going to win. The problem is surviving. Giving Moff that was the right call. The absolute right call. We've learned that Ossifrage is a very tanky rat, so I'm not concerned about him in the slightest. I did also discuss this before, but even with minus 80% luck, if you could take stress damage right now, Mr. Gargoyle, you would be in a lot of trouble. The reason why, even though the Gargoyle has a lot of armor, the crits are doing so much, from Moff specifically, is because of the way in which armor is calculated with crit. Because crit is, by default, a plus 150% damage to whatever you just did. But, is there a fountain? There's a fountain right there. Great. But the extra damage from the crit is not calculated in the same way as the baseline damage. I don't remember how it is, but it's not. Just trust me. Just trust me on that.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
So anyway, for Gungunger's first appearance, I guess that wasn't too bad. The thing about the zombie and a frontline tank, I think they thrive on upper floors, because look at this resistance. This is 15 resistance with just 2 points spent in this. Well, not 2 points, but 2. So 3 points? 3 points spent in this. That's pretty good. 3 or 4, whatever. You get the point. The zombie can stack resistance into unfathomable levels. So the 4th floor, the 5th floor, he can actually pretend to be a tank against dangerous stuff. I didn't even see what we're fighting, but let's bring these two out and let's take a look. We are fighting a chest. Great. I love fighting chests. Please, spirit set. Yes, we did it. So these options, the warding pendant, all minions will gain +1 ward until the battle ends. Can be useful depending on what the fight is. The Iron Heart, Iratus gains +24 wrath at the beginning of battle. For some builds, this would be very helpful. It's like 2.5 levels of the Abode of Wrath, so you can think of it that way if you want. And finally, the Spirit Chainmail. Yes, I talked about this in the last video, but I couldn't remember what the amount was. So, after killing an enemy, the minion who dealt the killing blow receives +2 vigor buff for the rest of the game. Stacks up to 10 times. It does not trigger when killing a summoned creature. That's just so you can't farm bosses. This can amount to +20 vigor.
Oh, for my future kingdom.
And we don't have a particularly useful chest piece equipped anyway.
It embellishes my undead features.
So boom. Ah, it's beautiful. We have 13 mana regain, wow. I guess I didn't realize it was that high. Nurglith has achieved rank 18. He now possesses everything. Which way do we go? Wretched Power. I've never used this button before, but there are 2 philosophies with it. To the right, Wretched Power. It makes it so that instead of 30 accuracy, you'll gain 45 accuracy, and you gain +5 baseline accuracy. Or to the left, instead of 30 luck, it's 45 luck, and you gain +2 luck. So basically, you're either leaning into the accuracy bit or leaning into the luck bit. Of course, which one is better usually depends entirely on what you're fighting. But I'm going to take luck, because we're trying to turn Nergalith into a crit monster hypercarry. It's been fun so far, so I don't see any reason to deviate from the plan. Speaking of the plan, we need to get Nergalith some upgraded parts. Look at this. He's doing so much work with common parts all across the board. It's disappointing. No, can't have that. So Guruthnaka has finally reached rank 15, which means we can upgrade his Wrath ability in one of two directions. To the left, Echoing Terror. This is basically the same, except all opponents randomly swap positions and gain minus 20 evasion, so lose 20 evasion for 2 turns. Also gives Guruthnaka's plus 6 evasion. That's a lot of evasion. Or Panic Blast. Same amount of damage, same Wrath cost. Oh, 5 more Wrath cost. All opponents randomly swap positions and gain plus 15% chance to escape for 2. Nope.
I expect results.
You can make actually a very funny, like, flea build between, like, the Banshee's feature and Guruthnaka's this thingy. But we don't. We're here to kill. So now the question becomes, do we need more block or more ward? And the answer to this is the ever boring and what I will infinitely repeat, dependent upon the floor. Sorry if you're getting tired of hearing that. For the 3rd floor, block is better. So now, we have a base 25% evasion, and the Phantom Clothes, by default, are providing us with another 25 evasion. That brings us up to 50. And if we add a ward, we can gain plus 10 evasion whenever we so desire by pressing the survival button. And Ossifrage can add plus 10 evasion whenever we so desire. Or, if we're feeling cheeky, we have the Spectral Fog to go ahead and give an additional 35 evasion while we're standing in the fog. The evasion tank is almost here. It's coming. This floor also just has a stupid amount of accuracy, so it's coming later. As for Loviatar, I think we're also waiting for the evasion button. So one more level. That'll bring us to 61 evasion. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So as for this fight, Shield Maiden, Ranger, Bard, and Gargoyle. How do we want to deal with this now? I hate gargoyles. We're not built for killing gargoyles. I mean, Genganga might be able to do more work against this. I doubt it, though. Yeah, the ranger's probably just going to kill. Well, there's no rogue. The bard doesn't do anything offensive. I think you can put people to sleep, maybe. Am I going to do a take 2 of Genganga? Oh, dear. What have I done? I'm going to have to distill again, too. This is for science, okay? I don't like this feather. I don't like Baneaura either. Maybe I'll keep it and just put it on somebody. Okay.
Behold my work.
So if we're going to go back to the arena, Guruthnaka and Nyarlathotep. Get your 15 upgrade. So, to the dungeon we go. Again, why negate something when you can just ignore it? Lol. So this, what does this do? Attacks against this target ignore block, ward, armor, and resistance. Highly increased chance to be attacked. So this doesn't really matter. Because Loviatar has 57 evasion. So I guess I'm just going to put this on Genganga and move forward with my life. I think I'm going to try and get rid of the Shield Maiden because she's just going to protect whoever I start focusing, right? Now this would be a moment where the Mixed Whale, I was actually thinking about this, the Mixed Whale would be really helpful here. Did you move my debuff? You little words. So we upgraded the Whale to give plus 20 dread instead of plus 14 dread. But the other direction of the upgrade, which I think is more universally helpful, is instead of just plus 14 dread, you also gain plus 14 attack. So plus 14 attack and plus 14 dread. That allows for many more synergies and combinations. I didn't mean to press that one. Many more synergies and combinations with stuff and things. Like right now. Right now would be very helpful. Darkleth, you're making me a little nervous. Oh, I missed. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of accuracy on Genganga, so that is worth noting. Lol. Guess I'm gonna wait for the bard to do her thing. Gonna wait for the bard to do her thing. I could just start shooting this. That might be the correct play. 27. That was impressive. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna find the bard and have some fun.
Extinction of life.
By which I mean slaughter her. I think that's the correct play. I don't really have a way to pull her forward though. I need to kill something. You're making it so ooh, what if I just do this? Oh, it'll be a hit on her. I might be able to just like insta-gib something if I hit it with the hex ball. That could be funny. Oh no. Okay. I wanted to kill the ranger, but maybe we have different plans. Please don't miss. Okay. I don't really feel like you being stunned, Ossifrash. So the good news with this positioning is that the Banshee can howl. The bad news with this positioning is that the Bard can remove it. So I'm actually going to wait. Yes. She is very annoying, in case you were curious. I think what we're going to do with I could just try and burn down something. I need to I don't want to dispel that, but I might have to.
End of magic.
Alright. I'll be responsible.
Give them no mercy.
Take damage. Good. Yeah, that would have probably hurt a lot. So I'm pretty content with how this is played out. We're skipping turns because we're going to let the Bard do her thing and then decide how we react to it. Okay. Unsurprising. Good. We have 1 insanity. That's not the sanity we wanted, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Also, in this position, it's very challenging for a number of things to happen. For anything to happen, really. I mean, I guess the gargoyle hasn't healed, has he? So, damage on the gargoyle sticks. It appears the Bard can't do much about that. Do I roll this? I could just hit the Bard. Okay. That was a lot of damage. Let's see if I can... I need to remove that. Ah, it doesn't matter on her.
Ooh, I hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
This is a complicated fight. I probably could have just shot, like, burned down the gargoyle. Miss Banshee. She's unable to move, but not dodge. But dodge. Wait, what? Unable to move, but that doesn't mean she's unable to dodge. We went ahead and used Whip on our good old Zambi. That will increase his accuracy. I kind of wanted to hit the elf, but I'm gonna go ahead. She can heal the gargoyle. Okay. And hit the bard, because I think the bard's close to death. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and protect Loviatar just in case she doesn't dodge. Because again, that's kind of 50-50 at the moment. Good cursing. The bard is very close to dead. She decided to give her life for the Elven Ranger. It's very honorable. Do I want a Garden of Decay? Kind of. I kind of want a Garden of Decay.
Carve open their husks.
Bye-bye. Okay. The pest is gone. Finally. Jeez, I hate bards. Good ward. Do you have heroism? Okay, this is the last heroism. And it was fine. Alright. Time to kill.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
I guess I'm gonna heal Asifraj. I'm not that concerned for anyone's safety at the moment. I do need to get some healing. Please assist me, Mr. Elven Ranger. That could be a problem. But let's see what we can do here.
This will be your end.
Alright. And actually, it would be something if we could get some stun locks
Straight
control.
through pain.
Wow, this was a challenging fight, which I didn't expect. I mean, I kind of expected it, but I also didn't. You know, does that make sense? I hope it does. That stun lock might not be infinitely helpful. The mark has worn off, however, so no longer will young Gengunga be pierced through his block and ward. I think that was the last stun we're probably going to use. So now we're just pelting into oblivion. This kind of makes me miss killing things. I used Absorb Terror for the first time, which doesn't do anything on a construct. But it did move me backwards to allow Gengunga in position to punch. Shoot. Punch and shoot. Shoot and punch. You know how it is. And I guess we'll just keep debuffing. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, he's not immune. I'm not insane.
Perish.
Good crit. The fight, the battle of attrition is over. And here I was saying that any combat with a lost soul turns into a battle of attrition, but this was very attrition-y. Like I said, I don't think...
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
We got the Amulet of Perfection! Let me finish my thought, though. I don't think a zombie in the second position is a good idea until you're fighting magical stuff. Because they have enough resistance to really be able to tank basically anything. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Gengunga reappears for a particular boss. But we'll see. So as for our upgrades with Nyarlathotep, we have reached rank 15 finally. Our Wrath ability, Abyssal Hunger, the only ability in the game that I'm aware of that is completely unmitigatable, unavoidable, undodgeable. It just always does 12 damage to enemies. has 2 upgrade paths. Dark Greed, this is the one that I've used in the past, and I kind of like it. It turns it from a hit everyone into a hit a single target for exactly 35 vigor, and it will give the Dark Knight +2 armor and +2 resistance. The other path that I've ignored this entire time, and I'm probably going to pick simply for science, upgrades it to Ravenous Abyss. This will still hit everyone, but for 15 instead of 12, and it will give +10 vigor baseline. No matter which path you go down, it still costs 60 wrath, so I guess we're going to go ahead and try Ravenous Abyss.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
With Ravenous Abyss, if you hit 2, that's 30 vigor restored, which is approaching the amount of value you get for Dark Greed. If you hit 3, that's 45, and all 4 is 60. So there's a lot of value, potential value to be had. It's just a question of, do you want to roll the dice? I might just wait for the vigor upgrade. With Nyarlathotep at 100 vigor, I'd feel pretty confident just throwing him against the wind, you know? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're about to approach a fountain, so who needs healing? I require healing. Is it really just Loviatar and Genganga? Okay. Actually, screw that. I want my mana back. They're fine. They'll be fine. Wait a minute. What are we fighting? We are fighting... Please leave me alone. A gargoyle, a swordsman, an elite rogue, and a bard. If you could see the look on my face right now, you would be horrified. I might expand the mortuary. There's probably time. It's probably time to expand the mortuary. So give me a shade. Wraith.
Why do I get this sinking feeling in my putrefied gut?
Because the lore of the Wraith is that they're forbidden to summon. For one reason or another. Gurith Naka. Great old one. Embodiment of madness, devourer of dreams. Why are you forbidden to summon? Hmm? I wonder why. I wonder why. So, this time, I have an idea. It's a bizarre idea. If you think it's a good idea, you haven't heard the idea. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. The Lost Soul has a particular ability called Misleading Beauty. The upgraded variant is Morbid Beauty, and it does a sizable amount of damage. 150% attack, 45 to 51 with no buffs, that's a lot of attack. So, I'm thinking we open up with Chambleur and her Morbid Beauty, push her all the way to the back, we have the Lich to drop down the Corrosive Cloud, and we have Nurglith here with Heavy Sling, who can ignore armor, and he can contribute to the immense amount of movement that's about to happen to make this work. And this time, I think I'm going to focus on the Gargoyle. Okay, wait a minute. Nyarlathotep. Question. I was going to say, how much damage do you deal? The answer is not a lot. Okay. Let's see if we can make this work. This one I'm less confident about. Like, I was confident the others would work. I just figured it'd be a little messy, which it was, so I was correct. This idea, I am much, much less confident about. So, take that as you will. We'll see what the future has in store. That was a great start. I will give the first protection to Chambleur. Actually, I should have given it to Helion. That's what I should have done. But I wanted to get the Cloud down to proc the ward to then Misleading Beauty. Or Morbid Beauty. And that does, of course, shuffle people about, which is going to lead to some very interesting moments. I'm also going to go ahead and pop Enraging... Nope. Psychotic Scream. Get rid of the ward on the dude in the front. That does give initiative to our enemies, but I'm really not that concerned. I could try and heal. Let's see if we can get Nurglith back to full. It's a possibility. We give him Fate to guarantee crits, and then we do some massive crit damage.
The hand of pestilence.
Oh, Betrayal, excellent. Now, Betrayal isn't the greatest thing in the world, but it does give you the opportunity to make it so the swordsman doesn't hit you, or whoever is betraying. That was unfortunate, but... Do you still have heroism? Okay. I might heal, which means Helion might just die. You have my sympathies if that happens.
Now that's gonna leave a mark.
I think it's time for Sudden Reality. This will remove all the buffs. Alright. Here we go. I've never pressed this button before, I don't think, on the channel, so... First time. Wrath ability of the Lost Soul. Beautiful. Let's see. They gave us +5 attack and +5 dread. That's pretty nifty, actually. Pretty nifty. I'm surprised Helion hasn't been killed yet. Remember, our Lich Helion is only level 8. It's not like he's really well equipped for this at the moment. Please die.
I like this world.
Thanks, bro. So far, this is going much better. I'm going to protect Helion, because again, I mentioned that whole kind of dying thing. I can heal him, and of course he is slowly healing thanks to our Wrath ability. Now I can also get Shamblu easily back in place. I might heal. Okay. Helion has 4 wards, so I'm sure he'll be fine. I could Plague Garden. Do I need to use a Wrath ability? No. Okay. I mean... When I thought to myself, do I need to use a Wrath ability? No. I was thinking that I was gonna pop Plague Garden, because I didn't need to use another Wrath ability, so I had plenty of Wrath to spare. But you know, sometimes my brain and the mouth don't always connect. They do not always connect together. I'm continuing to spam the cloud because that removes his armor and resistance. But, oh. Cheeky. Lol. Good job. Wow. So what just happened, in case you weren't quite sure what you saw? It's actually hilarious. In the first position, the Bard used her ability... Can I just kill you? Nah, close. Her ability that's given by the weird mandolin. So she tried to put everyone to sleep. It procced on Ossifrage, and it procced on Nergaleth. But the difference between sleep and stun, it's a very fine difference. Nice. Sleep is a stun so long as you aren't hit. And the AI decided, wow, my ally just put these 2 people to sleep. Let's immediately attack those exact 2 people. Good job. You did great. You know, let's have more damage. Why not? I like damage. Damage is great. Especially when I press this button. I did upgrade the Bone Shard into Shrapnel. So sorry, Azafraj, this might hurt.
My kingdom comes.
He's fine. I'm gonna give him some ward though, because then I can keep spamming the Shrapnel. If I don't die here. That might be a key stipulation to this. I'm pretty confident though. That hit was through armor because I forgot about replacing this. Not bad. Could try and stun him. I said that and I looked at the resistance of the rogue, sitting at a measly 93 evasion. Okay. You know what? Maybe I don't press that button. Oh no, Chambleur. Please leave. Uh-oh. This could be really bad. Please don't die, Shambler. Alright, nice. The Morbid Beauty does increase the damage of whoever you hit. So I was a little afraid that was going to hit a lot. But we're fine. And Ossifrage is going to get a kill and free 5 Vigor. Watch this. Let's go, Ossifrage. I'm proud of you. You did it.
Mine is the winning side.
Ossifrage. Look at this. +2 Vigor. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's see, who else got some? Oh, Helion. Congratulations, Helion. You got a kill. Even Shambler got a kill. Wow. So everyone got one. Look at this team. Sharing is caring. Wow. Wow. Well done, Helion. So there are 2 upgrade paths for Command Undead, which I had actually planned on using to get the Lost Soul back into position to just spam Morbid Beauty. But I kind of just did my own thing, and it worked out, so I'm not really going to complain that much. Ineffable Command, we tested this last series. It basically, instead of moving the target up 2 spots, you will pull your Lich back 2 spots. So it really depends on how you want the Lich to move. I do really like Ineffable Command, because it was very nifty for repositioning. But I like Command Undead, or more specifically the upgrade Dominate Undead, because it's +18 attack and +18 dread. Because this allows other characters to position incredibly aggressively. Which does have a tendency to kill things, which is why I think Ineffable Command is the safer of the options, but is what we're going to go with. Actually, maybe it is. Nah.
Get back to battle.
In my brain, I had like this war raging between safety, killing, and we all know which one wins that. Like most of the time. 99% of the time, we know which one wins. Shambler, what are you up to? I don't know. I guess we're saving points. So we have 2 directions we can go here. And we're going to go to the right. Because we don't have a whole lot we want from Cultists. I guess the Lost Soul Mask would be pretty nifty if we actually start using Shambler some more. But... nah. Get out here, Loviatar. Oops. Good job, Helion. You did great. I didn't put anyone in the arena because I'm terrible. It happens. Moftet, please go get your rank 15 ability. Okay, what do we got? To the right, we have a Shield Maiden, an Elven Ranger, a Crossbowman, and a Bard. Thank goodness the reign of the Gargoyles is over. Jeez. So how do I want to deal with this? We haven't seen Garth Naka in a while. Okay. Let's go back to our old strat, our super old strat. We'll see if it works. No one needs any upgrades or anything. Nurgleth, I'm so proud of you. You've done great. We could try and get some more parts after this. And the Amulet of Perfection. This is a super late game item, but it's so good. Just free +20 Vigor on anything that has 4 uncommon parts or better. Oh, that's good.
Ah, fetching.
So I'm going to grab the fork. I have a funny story about forks, too. But here we go to battle. This fork will allow us to get an additional part after combat. It's kind of just if you want to farm stuff. So, I mean, we have actually quite a few sets. We have a Dread set, we have a farming set, we have a mana set. Or not mana, a spell power set. And I'm pretty content with having all that. Again, this mark on Loviatar is a little alarming, but she does have 57% evasion, which is pretty effective against this group. I think the Crossbowman has the most accuracy. We'll see. I think I'm just going to burn the Shield Maiden, because I really don't like her. Like, obviously the Ranger is the most threat. Crossbowman. Okay. Change my mind. Just ignore what I was saying. It might not be very hard, I know. So my fork story. Okay. So, when I was younger, every child struggles to pronunciate in their own way. My brother actually had to go to some special lessons because he was like, his words weren't pronunciating correctly. But I just had fun mispronunciations when I was young. And one of those was involving the fork, a utensil for eating, in case you weren't sure what I was discussing. And I used to
this world.
I used to like slur them together, and I ended up calling them fucks. Basically. Trying to say fork. How I managed to do that, I have no idea, but it's a hilarious story that I get reminded of every so often. So, just thought I'd share that. That incredibly personal growth that I've gone through. Being able to pronounce fork instead of fork. Alright, well this fight's going swell. I hate bards, as we've discussed. And I don't like you evading everything. But I mean, this isn't too bad. Oh, I don't know why I gave her block and ward, because it's going to be ignored, but hopefully it'll just be fine. I think the funny thing, though, is that we can just instantly... You know what, let's do that. I was going to say, at any point that we so desire, we can just Chilling Whale and then one turn drive the Bard insane. So let's do that. Do you have Heroism now? Nice dodge. You do. Do I find that important to get rid of? Not really. I might try with... Oh, okay, never mind. He was given plus 40% damage, and what he did with it was mark me. As if Asafraj cares about being marked. These curses are great.
Hope there will still be enough
Please
left
die.
to reanimate.
She should die. She has 4 curses. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's what I thought. This dance, it used to drive me insane, believe it or not. But now I couldn't care less. Because it's not a counterattack, it's just, I'm gonna protect. But who cares if you protect? I'll just kill you then. I'm actually gonna do Wretched Luck here. So I can hit this stupid ranger. And kill him for good. If I was ever perturbed by the stance of the shield maiden, I could always just, you know, have Asafraj break it. Hello. And goodbye.
You will soon embrace your new existence.
Hello. And goodbye. Aww. It was close. Well, that went swimmingly. I don't see any need to change any of this.
A sad display for mortal kind.
Is this... it's Skullfall. Yeah. I didn't even use Skullfall in an Ignition build. What does that tell you? That it's too freaking expensive. Alright, so Nergaleth has 5 points available. And I'm thinking we just wait one more turn. Well, one more level up. More dread. More dread. If we ever find the parts to upgrade Nergaleth, we're definitely maxing dread. That's like on the top of the list. How high does this even go? Some quick maths here. So we gain +2 every time. We have 5 more upgrades, so +10, that's some pretty simple math. 48 to 50 dread damage without any buffs. That's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. We're at a grave. We have some free minions that we could raise. Unfrozen is actually an interesting character. The Unfrozen was so powerful in early access, and I think, yeah, early access definitely, that he had been nerfed quite substantially, and he's now just a good character. Very more supporty oriented, but I still think he's a great character. The Fallen Dampier, I'm actually going to pick her up. We have a Zambi, so we don't need another Zambi. The Fallen Dampier I love so much, and she's quite helpful in dealing with this freaking gargoyle. Restraints. Restraints. But anyway, we're going to call it here today. We have a gargoyle in front of us again. For our next combat, a swordsman, elite elven, ranger, gargoyle, and a rogue. No bards to draw things out, but we will have some high-level, some very high-priority targets that are all very annoying in their own unique ways. Then we'll continue down this path. We have an altar that's coming up soon, And Solus, thank you, has compiled a list of all of the consumables, the consumable artifacts you can get from each of the creations for sacrificing them because the wiki was out of date. If you are interested, I'm going to talk about it next time as well because we have the altar, but I'll leave their findings in the pinned comment down below. I saved it all in a document because I would like to be able to reference those sort of things. And we approach the Monster Slayer. We aren't going to see him next time either, but we will approach him. Hopefully we don't have too many gargoyle encounters before us, otherwise we might need to come up with a way to kill them faster. But we'll find out next time. Bye-bye.